Once in a bustling city, there lived a man named Rohan. From a young age, he was taught that success meant earning money, lots of it. His parents, teachers, and society constantly reinforced the idea that financial stability was the ultimate goal. Inspired by this belief, Rohan decided to dedicate his life to making as much money as possible. At 22, he landed a high-paying corporate job. It demanded long hours, but he convinced himself it was temporary. Just a few years of hard work, and then I'll enjoy life, he reassured himself. His friends invited him for weekend trips, family gatherings, and late-night conversations, but he declined every time. "I have work," he would say. "I'll join next time." Rohan's career soared. By 30, he was a senior executive, earning more money than he had ever dreamed of. He bought a luxurious apartment, an expensive car, and wore the finest suits. But he was always busy. Meetings, deadlines, calls. His phone never stopped buzzing, and even during meals, his mind was occupied with work. One day, while working late at the office, his phone rang. It was his mother. "Rohan, it's been months since we saw you. Can you visit this weekend?" she asked, her voice filled with hope. "Mom, I'm really busy. Maybe next month," he replied, absent-mindedly typing an email. His mother sighed but didn't argue. Years passed, and Rohan's wealth grew. But something strange started happening. People around him started disappearing. His childhood best friend Samir got married and moved away. His parents grew older, their voices weaker each time he spoke to them. He barely noticed because he was too busy earning. One evening, after an exhausting day, Rohan sat in his high-rise apartment, gazing at the city lights. He had everything he had ever wanted, yet he felt an emptiness inside. That night, as he scrolled through his messages, he saw an old text from Samir. "Bro, let's catch up this weekend. It's been too long." The message was a year old. Feeling nostalgic, he called Samir, but the number was no longer in service. Curious, he searched his friend's social media. His heart sank when he saw a post. "Rest in peace, Samir. You left too soon." Shock and regret hit him like a wave. He had been so busy chasing money that he hadn't even noticed when his best friend passed away. The next day, he took leave from work and decided to visit his parents. When he arrived at their home, he was greeted by silence. The house felt emptier. His father was sitting alone in the living room, staring at an old family photo. His mother had passed away 6 months ago. Rohan felt like the ground had been ripped from under him. He had been too busy to even attend her funeral. That night, he sat alone, haunted by memories. All his wealth, his achievements, his success, none of it mattered now. He had spent years trading his time for money, thinking he could enjoy life later. But later never came. Determined to change, Rohan made a choice. He reduced his working hours, reconnected with old friends, spent time with his father, and even took up hobbies he once loved. For the first time in years, he felt alive. One evening, while sitting on the beach, watching the sunset with his father, Rohan realized something profound. Time is the most precious currency. Once spent, it can never be earned back. Don't wait for later to live your life. Money can buy many things, but it can't buy time. Invest in experiences, relationships, and memories. Because in the end, time well spent is the real wealth.